Good afternoon. This is the professor. Yes, I'm the Kingdom Reporter, but to everyone in my family, I am known as the professor. I am still here in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, in the Hamiln community right now, where I was on this long stretch of road, and as you see right behind me right now, I am at the end of the road right here, in which I am going to tell you about in a minute right here. Right in back of me right now, the recent Hurricane Florence that had came through this area just a few months ago. All right back over here that you see, this is the coast, and this is where all of my family lives. They all live in this area right here in this Hamiln community. And if I'm just going to let you take a look to see. This is the entire coast that you see right here. So at any time when there's a hurricane or something, everyone in this area has to be completely evacuated, because this area does get flooded very, very fast. It does get flooded very fast, because some members of my family, they had to leave this area because they didn't want to take no chances, and they just did not want to take no chances of anything. Now, I'm not going to get no closer or anything because there is water, but here is a bridge here. You know, there used to be a dock bridge long time ago, and you know this used to be a dock. You know where boats are coming. You can actually see a boat further ahead. You know, much further ahead, as I am going to try to get just a little bit more closer, as you see right there. And you know, like I said, this is the coast. This is the coast right here. And like I said, at any time when there's a hurricane or any kind of flood, that comes through this area, you do have to be out of here very fast, and I do mean very quick, because these waters, they do come up. Because as a matter of fact, they had even also survived. My relatives also has survived Hurricane Hugo some years ago, and Hurricane Hugo just came in and totally destroyed and totally messed up their homes, and some of them, some had to be rebuilt again. And one of the homes where my relatives stay at is one of my older aunts, who's also wheelchair bound. She did not have no ramp or anything, and the fire department, the paramedics and the fire department had a very difficult time trying to get her out. And when it was all over with Hurricane Hugo, they even told her that you have to get a ramp to put onto there. So in case of something like this happen, all you have to do is just roll her out, and that's exactly what they did. They got a ramp for her, for my aunt Elizabeth. So anytime where they have to evacuate, all they can do is just roll her out. But I just wanted to show you firsthand that the Hurricane Florence was absolutely no joke. But thankfully and thank God, no fatalities, nobody wasn't hurt, and no one wasn't accounted for or anything. And like I said, because you saw the other side, here is more of the coast right here. It is so, don't get me wrong, it is very, very, very beautiful, and further up that way, that you can even go up to, you can even see more of the beaches as well, also too. And also some young kids, they come, they make like a makeshift bridge to walk over, to go further, and I do mean further out to the coast. But it is very, very, very dangerous, and I'm not going to attempt to cross it or nothing or anything. And just earlier, and I'm going to post a picture, I got a chance of meeting another one of my relatives for the first time. His name is Uncle Frank. This brother is 85 years old, and all I can just say is I got the very, very, very best advice from this brother who also served in the army. I thank him for his service. Survived multiple shootings that he had got, some shots that he had got on his back. But you know what? Thank God that God had brought him home, and he is also a living testimony, and also 85 years old, and still gets around. And I had got to sat down with him. He talked with me. And I just sat there and listened. I even had to put my phone away, because it was just so interesting to listening to this brother talk, and also share with me, his stories, and also at the same time giving me very helpful advice. It was like I was listening to my grandfather all over again when I was a kid. But I'll be posting a picture of that later. And like I said before, I'm just having a very blessed time being down here in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, just visiting my family. I'm going to make another visit to another spot to where I'm going to show you of what happened a few months ago. And I'm not going to give much of it away or anything, but all I can just say to you is just stay tuned, because I am actually on my way over there right now. This is Brother Tyrone, your professor here in the Hamiln community here in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. And I'll just say with this, because you all know my saying already: if no one hasn't told you that they don't love you today, remember that Jesus loves you, and so do I. And before everyone is watching right now, I thank you all so much for watching my live cast and tuning in. And what is going to be on my plate tonight with Southern cooking, I am not telling you what it is. You just have to stay tuned, and I will tell you what it is. But other than that, thank you all so much for watching and for tuning in, as I am off to my next place, and I will tell you, tell you where I'll be going from there. Once again, God bless and love you all. Take care of yourself and have a very blessed day.